What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Trinity. I run this channel here, the Second Street Marvel. I am just a one-man band here. Now, today I don't normally talk about like politics and things like that. If you've ever been to my channel here, what I mostly talk about is comics, movies, music, do reviews, and things like that. Now, I don't typically cover politics or anything like that. I'm not one of these. I'm not a person who is into reactions. I don't even really do trailer reactions or anything like that. I'm not one of these people that's outspoken and has to let my opinion be known when it comes to certain things that are going on out there in the world of like comic books and movies and just things like that. Lord Callus, how's it going? Welcome to the video. I am just doing this quick live stream. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. Like I was saying, I'm not one of these people who is really big on like reactions and things like that. I know like when not too long ago, I mean, obviously last year we know James Gunn was fired as a director in the MCU due to some tweets, some very tasteless tweets that he had posted, and eventually Disney walked that back and things like that. Again, these are things that I don't really discuss much. Recently, we seen with the movie, the Captain Marvel movie, a lot of people pretty much did not go out to see this movie because of some comments that Brie Larson had made in the media. Now the thing is, for me, like I said, I'm not one of these people who overreacts to things. I honestly don't really speak my mind on these types of things very much. Just a Rican in his comics. Welcome to the live stream. Like I was saying, I'm not one of these people who really talks about and reacts to these types of things. I try to, if I'm going to respond, I respond in a rational way. I don't let what the words that people say really affect or ruin my day. I do have opinions about such things, as we all do, and more people are certainly outspoken than I am. And like I said, I'm just not one of those people who's going to go out there and react to stuff. Just to let you know what my feelings are. For the most part, how I feel about things is pretty irrelevant. But I do actually want to talk about something that I have been seeing more and more prevalent that has been coming out, and just things that, like I said, I get where people are going with things, but at the same time, it's upsetting to me to see these things actually happening, and just the way in which people go about them. Now, like I said, we did recently see like Brie Larson had made some comments before Captain Marvel had been released at theaters or anything like that. Now, like I said, I don't react to these types of things. I don't really even let my feelings be known about these types of things. And today I actually wanted to kind of talk about that and let some of my feelings be known. Now, like I said, I don't react to these things, but like when I see those comments like Brie Larson had made, I try to take into context where this review is going on at, where and who it's being talked about. Now, like I said, those comments that Brie Larson had made when the Captain Marvel movie was still being promoted about God, what was it? I believe it was all this big old deal was made over some comments she had made talking about a movie that wasn't even hers. It was that movie A Wrinkle in Time, and how she didn't care what a 40-year-old white man thought about that movie because it wasn't made for him. Okay, now we obviously know that this has been something that has been big and talked about, and everybody's talked about it, yeah. Okay, now the thing is basically what you already did was you already alienated part of your audience, okay? That's just how it is, plain and simple. No matter what way you feel about it, you've already alienated some people. Like I said, for me, these comments don't really matter. The one thing I do look at is she made these comments at a thing that was filled with a bunch of women. It was a women in films, like big old shebang. It was a bunch of women there promoting women. I get that. I take that into context. Now, however, the things that she said was stupid. Okay, it was not a smart thing to say. She's free to feel like that, and I get what she's getting at. Whereas, we see a lot of critics, we see a lot of reviews done by the same old people, and when you see a lot of these reviews and these interviews and magazines and things like that, things to which I don't read in the first place or typically watch, like interviews and things like that, they like you get the same canned questions, the same old responses, the same old questions to everybody from everybody every single time. So I get what she was saying in that context, but at the same time, I get her trying to bring other people in to help promote her movies. Fine and good, but she alienated part of her audience right off the get-go by saying what she said. Now, is what she's saying wrong? No, I mean, sure, other people should be going in to do some of these things. Like I said, some of these same critics and everything, it does get a little bit old. I get that. But the way you express them is the big problem, okay? You don't just come out and say stuff like that. Like I said, you're alienating a part of your audience. And like I said, for me, it doesn't really matter, okay? I'm getting close to middle-aged. I'm part white, but you know, for the most part, these comments I just don't care about, because I don't really care what most of these Hollywood stars think when it comes to things like that, okay? To me, it's just really irrelevant. Now, I will say, however, there is one thing that one of the channels I watch here, I'm sure some of my viewers here watch Young Ripa 59 as well. One thing that he talks about a lot of times is you constantly, whether I care about them or not, you have to remember that your kids are still out there hearing these things and being influenced by these things. So you do have to take an active part in raising your children. My parents certainly did that when I was growing up. You know, I watched a lot of movies, listened to a lot of music and things like that. And, you know, obviously, you know, I was influenced by these things, and I do realize that these people were just actors in movies, and these people are just musical artists. And when they are out doing interviews and things like that, when they are expressing these views, they are their views, and, you know, sure, you can listen to them, that's all fine. But you do not necessarily have to take their words to heart. I mean, they're just entertainers. Okay, now that being said, like I said, I'm not one of these reactionary people who overreacts to these type of things. Like I said, Brie Larson's comments in some stupid interview at an all-women's film festival is one thing. I take that into consideration, okay? Fine. I'm not going to overreact to that. But, however, these past couple of days, you know, these past couple of weeks, actually, have been getting just a little bit ridiculous. We all seen not too long ago that little X-Men clip that's been plugged. I think they finally uploaded it on YouTube. This whole thing where Mystique in the trailer says, oh, you know, I don't know why they call it X-Men. We women are always saving you guys. They should call it the X-Women. Okay, yeah, fine, haha. I'm still gonna go see the movie regardless. Sometimes, you know, I just like putting myself through abuse. And sometimes you gotta watch a train wreck. You just do. I mean, I know, it's bad. It's bad. I will still be going to see this movie only because I want to see exactly what is going on with this in the first place. Now, the thing is am I outraged by seeing that in the trailer? No, I honestly don't care. At this point, I halfway expect it. I mean, don't we all expect that stuff coming out of these movies and everything lately? Okay, now the thing is that's just a clip out of a movie. You know, it's taken out of context. We don't know where that's coming from. But obviously, these people, when they're marketing this movie, they know what happened with Captain Marvel. They know what's been going on with all of these other movies. So don't think for one second that they weren't somewhat playing on that. Now, recently, we just seen, God, what was it, yesterday, day before, we see this producer, okay? This producer guy, I even forgot her name. I put her name in here. Victoria Alonso is being interviewed, and she is being interviewed, and the guy is asking about the X-Men. And she says, oh, why do we call it the X-Men anyway? That term is old. Why shouldn't it be called the X-Men? Pretty much saying the same damn thing that this trailer did. Okay. Like I said, I don't normally have a problem. You know, like I said, people say stuff all the time, these actors or whatever, say stuff. I don't care what these people say and things like that. Okay, now the difference here is this lady right here, okay, Victoria Alonso, she is not an actress. She's not being in these interviews doing all this the same stuff that Brie Larson is necessarily, okay, but she is still one of these women in film who would be somebody who would be like at this convention that Brie Larson was at when she made her comments. Now, the thing is most of these people use their status to as a platform to push their own what they want to talk about. Now the thing is this lady is a producer, okay? She is the one producing the movies. She is behind the camera. And I can't remember. I think she works in like the visual effects and helps bring a lot of that stuff together. Now that in itself is the problem. She's not the person playing the character, okay? She is somebody behind the camera who has a serious and profound effect on these movies. And she is asking, why do they call it the X-Men, okay? The problem here is the X-Men is not referring to men, males, us. No, it's referring to mankind, humans, human, X-Men, okay? You're a producer producing movies based on comic books, okay? I honestly don't think any of these people other than Kevin Feige have ever actually read a comic book. We see that with the Captain Marvel movie. If you guys have seen my videos, you can go back and watch them. You've actually sat here and seen me said, I've watched the movie. I went and seen it 3 times in the theaters. I like the movie. I still like the movie. Is it a good movie? That doesn't mean it's a good movie just because I like it. There are some things about this movie that I like. There are a whole lot of things that I do not like, okay? A whole lot of things that I do not like. Now, like I said, I still like the movie. There are a lot of things I would have changed about it. Yes, there are. Okay, now, the problem here, like I said, is Victoria Alonso is one of the producers, and she's asking why they call it the X-Men. That is the name of the comic book that it came from, okay? That's the name of the comic book. It wasn't the X-Women. I get it, okay? I get it. I have 2 daughters of my own. I have a wife. And I can tell you, even when she went and seen Captain Marvel, she felt the same way, like, there's an awful lot of women in here, okay? And fine, okay? That's fine. I have no problem with, you want to empower women. And women are strong. Cool. Yeah, great. I mean, my wife is strong. My wife is one of the toughest women I know. My mother is as well, okay? But the thing is, even they see this, these kinds of things being said and happening, and even they're sitting there like, what is going on here? And this is one of the producers in the MCU. She helps make these movies, and she does not understand that the X-Men refers to the team. That's what they are called. It has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with male and female. Absolutely nothing to do with that. And, like I said, there's people out there who feel a whole lot stronger about this stuff than I do. Like I said, as far as movies paying homage to these comic books and things like that, we already know by this point they are just using character likenesses. They are pretty much taking the source material and tossing it out the window. You guys know I'm a fan of these movies. I will continue to go out and see them until they actually pump out something that is just absolutely grotesque and it keeps happening. I'm not, like I said, I'm not one of those overreactionary people who just like, oh, that's it, one bad movie and I'm done, or, anything like that. I'm just not that way. And I don't really speak about politics or my feelings on these things very often. And to me, this one is something that's not even, it doesn't even have to do with that. It doesn't even have to do with that. This whole issue doesn't even have to do with women in film. It doesn't have to do with strong women, female characters in movies or anything like that. This has to do with a producer behind the camera who helps make these movies. Victoria Alonso is a huge person in the making of these movies, and she don't get that the X-Men is called the Uncanny X-Men from the comics. It has nothing to do with men. It has nothing to do with men. It's just frustrating, man. Like I said, I'm not one of these people who, like I said, you guys can go back and watch all my videos. You can watch every single one of them. You can see I'm not one of these people who goes out there and has to put my opinion out there on every little thing and express my discontent with all of these things. But I am telling you, man, this is getting absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, if your virtue signaling is actually going and pissing somebody like me off, you're doing a bad job at this point. You are. Like I said, I'm not normally one of these people who overreacts and has to say anything. And you can see even right now, I'm giving you my reaction, and I am not being irrational whatsoever here. I just do not get. I mean, okay. Let me tell you this. A while back, I had said about these MCU movies and speculated that Tom Holland, who is like the king of all these spoilers, right, for the MCU. I said a long time ago that I believe at some point Marvel Studios, that, you know, and all these people, their whole PR department actually started using these stars to start pushing leaks out there and say certain things in interviews to mislead us and to get us to think different things about these films to help market them. I truly believe that. And it only seems like towards the very end there, towards Avengers Endgame, people are like, you know what, it seems like these guys are probably doing this all on purpose, you know, like they're just saying these certain little things to tease us, and, you know, and we come to find out that a lot of it, you know, they were. Now the thing is, you know, they know what the reaction was to Brie Larson's comments last year when they were still getting, they hadn't even started marketing Captain Marvel yet, and then now the MCU is getting ready to bring the X-Men into the MCU and go forward from there. All right. And now they're doing like the exact same thing here. And, you know, honestly, at this point, I hate to even say, like I said, I'm not one of these people that does this, but I'm actually almost worried at this point. I'm actually almost worried about the MCU at this point, knowing that they know that they can that they're using the platforms and using that stuff to spill these teases out there, and now they're like doing the same thing now. I mean, it can't only be, but I mean, this really just seems to be a signal of what is coming. I mean, a lot of you are probably gonna say, "Yeah, I told you so." You know, we've all been trying to say, you know, it's coming, it's coming. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. So far, they've managed to, you know, keep it scaled back, because maybe somebody out there, maybe somebody in the studio, maybe, just maybe there's somebody out there that's saying, hey guys, like, let's tone some of this down because this is a little on the nose. This is like a little lazy. This is a little lazy writing. Maybe could we redo this or reshoot this or something? Maybe, just maybe there's somebody out there that is still making these judgment calls and saying these things, and maybe that's why fortunately we didn't get that deleted scene in the Captain Marvel movie and things like that. Oh wow. Yeah, like I said, and I just wanted to make this quick video really quick because, like I said, I'm just getting ready to sit down and read some comics for the day, and I was I was watching another video, somebody else was talking about it, and I'm just like, it's ridiculous. I mean, this is where we're going. Like I said, I was getting ready to sit down and eat my dinner, my lunch. Look at that, my salad. Yeah, I know, it's good looking, huh? You want to toss my salad, don't you? You sickos. Come on, man. I'm going to toss it. Oh, man, I just lost some of it. Anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video to just get that off my chest because I felt like I said, I'm not one of those outspoken people about these kinds of things. That's just not me. But seeing Victoria Alonso come out and say this, that actually does kind of make me start to worry about where the future of all this is going. That's not looking good. It's just not looking good. Anyway, guys, I see there are some of you here in the chats. I'm gonna go through and read some of these here in a minute, but I'm gonna get off here and go eat my lunch, my dinner, and read some comic books. I just wanted to let you all, get that little rant out there. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm being irrational here. It's just something that's sad and unfortunate, and hopefully there is somebody that's still out there looking out for us fans and keeping this just keeping most of this shit off of the big screen, okay? Just hopefully there's still somebody out there helping us out. Thank you all for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And in case you guys don't know, if this is your first time here, I do a show every single Friday night called the Trailer Park Live. I do that at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I typically go over some of the comic books that I pulled for the week. I discuss some of those, and then I get in and talk, get in through some of the live chats here and talk with you all and interact. It is always a good time to be there with you all. I probably won't be able to do any live streaming this weekend. I do want to start doing some more live streams with some of the other people that I have met here on YouTube. Like I've met a pretty good group of some comic book YouTubers I want to start doing some live streams with actually some of them going to their channel, and then some of them I want to see if I can get here onto my channel. And then I actually got on with just some other people that were more like not comic book related stuff, getting on there and just interacting with people, you know, see, you know, kind of put my spin and my take on exactly what's going on out there and things like that. Like I said, I don't discuss like a whole lot of these things in my videos. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know I'm here. And you all have a good day. Have a great rest of your week. And like I said, I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so I'll probably be pretty busy. Might not even get a chance to shoot any videos. You all have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow on the Trailer Park Live. Later. Oh, dang it. Oh, there we go. Later.